Hey, TV people, Howl the Mad Mud Duck back at ya. Friday, August 2nd, about 10 minutes to 8. And what a fucked up day this has been. I was supposed to take Sherilyn up to the transition housing place or whatever the fuck it is, housing place that the mental health center recommended for an interview, and supposed to have her there at 9 o'clock. About 8:15, my phone rings. It's her dad. They're on their way there. And can I pick her up, meet them there and pick her up and take her home afterwards? And yeah, no problem. So fire up the old Truckadero, go throw some gas in it, and get up there and set out and wait for her. Dad gives me a few bucks and heads out, and I sit there and smoke up most of my cigarettes. Well, actually, the individuals in that neighborhood figured out I had cigarettes, and they just wouldn't leave me alone. A lot of fucking street people. So they picked her up. She come out, babbled about it for a bit. Went for a drive. Visited some people. Went up, grabbed some stuff from the food bank. Just basically was out and about having a good day, laughing and joking and giggling and talking about her being a fucking meth whore, and I wasn't happy with it, and just basic shit like that, and what was it gonna take to get her to quit doing the meth. And in the past couple days when we've been out, we've had people ask me if that's my wife, and I say, no, that's my pain in the ass. Well, now when we're out and about and somebody says, is that your wife? She's saying yes. And all of her street people, friends, and these guys that have been hitting on her for fucking forever kind of back off when she's with me. Because it's established she's with me. You wanna fuck around with my woman? I'll fuck you up. Shit, sounded like I was 20 years old again there for a second. So we come home and she's got to pee, so she scampers down to the motorhome to pee. Then she comes up real quick complaining about Weird Frank grabbing her by the throat and going through stuff down there. And so I said, hey, motherfucker, what the hell are you doing? And that guy come out of the bushes behind the motorhome, and there ain't even a trail there, getting ready to thump on me, man. And I realized that fucker's fist is a lot bigger than my head. I explained to him, you fucking put a finger on me and you'll never get out of prison again. You don't know what sort of charges I can put on you. And we come up together. I come back up the hill, and Ed comes up yelling and screaming for me to get off the fucking property. And it's like, whoa, dude, you're in my yard. This is my property. You're trespassing. Now get the fuck out of here before I fuck you up. And he was just deliberately doing everything he could to get me to fire on him. Frank is such a good guy. Frank is this. Frank is that. Frank is... defending Frank before he'd defend his own sister. And trying to get me out of here, that I'm the problem. Yeah, well, Ed, you're the fucking problem. You brought Frank in. You let Frank stay in your sister's trailer that he refuses to move out of, and he's thrown away all of her possessions and gutted the place for what he could recycle. He's cost you your goddamn power and water. Well, you cost it. You and your sister were the final straw, motherfucker. You out there screaming like a goddamn little fucking stuck bitch. Then, he come back up screaming and yelling again, and I belly bumped him into the goddamn sticker bushes, explaining to him, you don't want to fuck with me. Ed, I love you like a little brother, and you better, get a hold of my brothers and find out. I fucked them up for a lot less than what you think you're doing right now. She disappeared somewhere. That could have been somewhere about 4 or 5 hours ago. Then he comes up yelling and screaming at me again. And I explained to him, you keep this up, there ain't gonna be enough for a goddamn DNA sample, bitch. What he's trying to do is he's trying to get me to fire on him. He's trying to get me to fucking unload on him, because if I unload on him, then he can have assault charges pressed on me and have me put away. Keep me away from his sister. Get off the property. Yeah, motherfucker, this is my property. You better fucking live and learn, mother. You don't get up in another man's face screaming like a little bitch and expect him not to fucking... I seen him for what it was. He wants to do a fucking assault. Me to do an assault beef. So, cops show up at the end of the driveway. And I can't get him to get the fuck out of the driveway long enough for me to get down to find out what the cop wants. He wants to walk down the middle of the driveway while I'm trying to roll the goddamn truck down the fucking driveway. And not run him over. Move to one side or the other, not the goddamn middle. Get down past Frank and over across the highway, catch up with the cop, find out what he was doing. It's a cop from the shotgun incident, and we start talking, and it turns out that Frank called 911 to have an aid car sent out here because she has a virus and needs an aid car. She's sick and it has a virus. And the cop says, that some bitch is Looney Tunes. Do you want him gone? I said, can't do it. He failed residency. And the cop says, damn, I'd have a couple of my buddies come down and cite him for trespassing and fucking haul him off somewhere. I said, if it was up to me, yeah. But I can't say yay or nay on that right now. Then he asked about Sherilyn, and we talked about how she was doing and how good she was doing and how the problems of that her brother is one of the problems with his yelling and screaming. As soon as, she gets calmed down and I got some progress going with her, he comes out yelling and screaming, jumping up and down, and she fucking withdraws and climbs back into her little fucking shell and is impossible to fucking deal with. And he's part of the problem that I'm seeing here. He brought Frank in. He sides with Frank over his own sister. Frank has never done anything wrong and didn't fucking didn't break into his dad's motorhome and take all the fucking canned goods and dump them out in the street and blame it on Cheryl. While Cheryl was at work with her dad. Yeah, that never fucking happened. Yeah, Frank's a wonderful, great guy. And me and the cop talked a little bit, and I let the cop know about some incidents that happened last summer that I found to be rather strange and weird. And the cop said, yeah, that's shit that you need to fucking report somewhere, but he don't know who to report it to. And he said that explained a lot about her and what's going on. And I explained to him, well, dude lied too, because the other day when he was yelling at her, he was screaming, I got my arm broke because of you. Well, how in the hell could he get his arm broke because of her if she's up in the mental hospital? So evidently she had to know them guys, and if she knows them guys, he knows that she knows them guys. So he lied to the cop and lied to me and lied to Austin when he said he didn't know who they were. And cop thought that was logical thinking and agreed with it and said, yeah, it sounds like he lied to me because it couldn't be her fault unless he knew that she knew them. I said, yeah. And he says that I'm the only one that he trusts for an accurate story about what's coming out of this place. That my word's good. And we talked a little bit more and a little bit about my prison time and my supporting the police officers. And you know things are good when the cop takes the rubber gloves off to shake hands with you before he leaves. And I went down, picked up some money, and come back up. When I come in, Austin was standing there in the driveway to hand me some more money for running her around today. And me and him talked about what happened today, and I explained to him, love Ed like a brother. But he's got to realize I used to beat the shit out of my little brothers for less than that. He's going to have to learn not to get up in another man's face like that because that will get him hurt severely. And he said he don't know why Ed defends Frank like he does. I don't know either, and it's been about maybe 4 hours, 5 hours since this shit happened. I'm tired, want to go and get some sleep. She's been gone for the last 5 hours, and I've given up on her for the night. It was a real good day between me and her. We were getting shit done, but he's yelling and screaming again. And yelling and screaming that his sister doesn't need anybody in her life. All she needs to do is listen to her brother and go to work with her dad. Well, Dad's frustrated, and he's doing the best he can. Brother is dictating and controlling and manipulative, a little fucking perverted liar. Oh, he brought up that, and you claimed that you saw me wave my dick in front of my sister thing again. Yeah, motherfucker. That's why he wants to get rid of me. According to my brother Steve, who we have been chatting on this subject, texting, dude's trying to get rid of me because I'm getting too close. I'm about ready to fucking burst his little bubble and destroy his little world. And he don't like it. And it's he's 12 days into his 10-day soft cast because he keeps hurting his arm. Shit. Those goddamn things don't last any longer than 5 days in my family. Tells me he hurt his arm because of violence. No, you hurt your arm because you're a fucking pussy and can't fight, bitch. Yelling and screaming at me about violence not being the way, not being the answer, that I don't have to respond with everything with violence. I'm sorry, I did a few years in closed custody with some of the most fucking violent motherfuckers in the state. I lived in a kill or be killed fucking environment. That has never fucking deprogrammed. I'm sorry. I'm not waiting for somebody to open a door for me anymore, so that's gone. You know, it takes a while to deprogram. And my first instinct is always to fight. Why? Because I ain't got nowhere to run. But, he's also complaining that my taking her out, walking her around, and walking her through the woods, and taking her out in the boat and fishing is all a waste of time. None of that stuff's good for her. She needs to be working with her dad. I don't know. I thought taking her out and walking around the park with her and taking her out fishing and taking her out rolling around the lake was kind of relaxing and therapeutic. I told him, you know, you guys keep trying it your way and it's not worked. Why don't you let me try it my way? I happen to know a little bit more about this. And keeping my brother apprised of the situation, because these people don't realize anything ever happens to me, he comes over to investigate the situation. On his trip over the hill to investigate the situation, he calls the youngest brother, who will be calling the uncle and cousins, the nephews, yeah, that's about it. The nephews, great nephews, cousins, uncle, brothers. Hell, they might even get a hold of my boys. And all hell breaks loose. Saving the Monster tabs. I think there was something I wanted from Monster, and I don't remember what it was now. So it's been a fucking insane day. I haven't even had a chance to check up on my YouTube channels and see what the fuck's really going on in the real world. That's enough of that.